Hello, everyone. I'm Evelyn Carter, and I'm 94 years old. I've had the privilege of living a long life filled with many experiences. Today, I want to share the 5 things I wish I had done differently, lessons I've learned over the years that I hope will help you live a fuller, happier life. It's never too late to change, and I wish I had learned these things sooner, so let me start. When I think back on my younger years, the first thing I would tell my younger self is to pay more attention to your health. I didn't always make the best choices when it came to taking care of my body. Like many young people, I was busy building a life, raising children, and working hard. I thought I had plenty of time. And yet, as the years pass, I realize that time is the most precious thing we have, and our health is what makes the rest of it possible. When you're young, it's easy to think you're invincible, that you can keep pushing through without really listening to your body. I didn't go for regular checkups like I should have. I ignored the little signs, the minor aches and pains. And now, as I get older, I wish I'd been kinder to myself. Taking care of your health doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but small habits like eating well, exercising, and getting enough rest go a long way in the long run. I've learned that it's never too early to start. Health isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about making small choices that let you live fully. I wish I'd paid more attention to that in my younger days. So to anyone listening, no matter your age, remember, your body is the only place you have to live. Take care of it now, and it will take care of you later. When I was younger, I spent so much of my time chasing after success, thinking it was the key to happiness. I was always striving for the next thing, a better job, a bigger house, more recognition. And while those things are important, I didn't realize at the time how much I was missing by focusing so much on what was ahead of me instead of what was right in front of me. I wish I had spent more time embracing the simple joys of life. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of work and responsibilities, but sometimes it's the little things that truly matter, like sitting down with a cup of tea, listening to the laughter of your children, or just taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of the world around you. I often look back now and think, why didn't I take a breath and just enjoy the moment more? I would tell my younger self, don't wait for success to find happiness. Happiness doesn't come from what you accumulate or achieve. It comes from living fully in the present. The simple moments, spending time with family, enjoying a quiet afternoon, even watching the sunset. Those are the things that make life truly rich. So, slow down. Appreciate the small things, because they are the big things that create the most meaning. One of the hardest lessons I learned in my life is the importance of forgiveness. When I was younger, I held on to grudges like they were a part of me. I thought that holding on to anger and resentment would somehow make me feel better, like it would be my way of getting back at someone who hurt me. But all it did was keep me stuck, unable to move forward. I carried that weight for far too long, holding on to anger, not forgiving the people who wronged me. It only poisoned my heart. It wasn't until I finally let go of those old wounds, when I chose to forgive, that I felt lighter, freer. And here's the thing I learned. Forgiving others is not for them, it's for you. It's a way to free yourself from the heavy burden of carrying bitterness. Forgiveness isn't always easy, and sometimes it feels like we're giving the other person too much. But in reality, when we forgive, we're giving ourselves peace. I had to learn that holding on to hurt only harms me, and that when I forgave, I reclaimed my joy, my peace, and my happiness. Letting go is the key to moving on. So, to my younger self, I would say, don't let grudges define you. Forgive others and forgive yourself. You'll feel lighter, and your heart will be free. You deserve that peace, and it's never too late to start. When I think back on my younger years, one thing I regret is that I didn't take enough risks. I played it safe for too long, always worrying about what people would think or whether I was making the right decision. I often held myself back from following my passions, thinking I needed to wait for the perfect moment or that I wasn't good enough to pursue my dreams. The truth is, the right moment never comes unless you create it, and I wish I had realized that sooner. I wish I had taken more chances, whether it was traveling to new places, learning something new, or even taking a leap in my career. The dreams I held close, the passions I put aside. I now see how much they could have enriched my life. I spent too many years thinking one day, but the truth is, that day is always today. I would tell my younger self, don't wait for perfection. Take the leap, even if you're scared, because the only way to truly grow, to experience life, is to take risks. Whether you succeed or fail, it's all part of the journey, and in the end, it's the risks you didn't take that you'll regret the most. So go after what sets your heart on fire. You'll never know what you're capable of until you try, and even if you fall, you'll always learn. And that's more than worth it. One of the biggest mistakes I made when I was younger was waiting for the right time to do things. I thought that I needed to have everything in perfect order, more money, more time, less responsibility, before I could truly live. So I waited. I waited for the perfect moment to travel, to change careers, to spend more time with the people I loved. But let me tell you, that right time never came. Life doesn't wait for you to get everything in line. Waiting for the perfect time is a trap. You keep thinking that someday, when everything is just right, you'll start living. But someday never arrives. I've lived through it all, and I've learned that the time to start living is always now. If I could go back, I would tell my younger self to stop waiting. Stop waiting for your life to fall into place, because life will never be perfect. If you have a dream, a desire, a passion, go for it now. Don't wait for the right circumstances, because those circumstances may never come. The right time is always the present. Live now. Start doing what you love, spending time with those who matter, and chasing the life you want today. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. There will always be obstacles, but if you keep waiting, you might find that you've missed out on living the life you could have had. Start now. There's no better time than today. So there you have it. 5 things I wish I had done differently. But you know what? I'm still here, still living, and still learning every day. If you take these lessons to heart, I hope they'll help you avoid some of the mistakes I made. Remember, life isn't about waiting for the right time. It's about living fully, loving deeply, and forgiving often. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, start living your best life today.